All right, good stuff. So happy Monday. Welcome to VP University. Man, we got again another incredible lineup for you all tonight. I'm 1 second. Okay, so my name is Billy Scott. First of all, for all of our new team members that are on for the first time, we want to welcome you to the family. Also, you know, if this is your first time plugging into this training, maybe you just got started, or maybe you've been around but you just haven't got onto one of these trainings. This is like the umbilical cord to success. You being connected to the company, you being connected to the latest of what's going on, the most important updates, changes, shifts. You know, one thing that happens in business, one thing that's guaranteed in life is change. And your business can get hindered just because you got behind or you weren't in tune, you weren't plugged in. You know, the analogy I like to use is like a vending machine, right? If you take a vending machine that's full, the vending machine works, it has all the snacks, everything's good. But if it's not plugged into the wall, your vending machine can't make any money. So you can have all of the potential, right? You can have everything that it takes to win. You can even have experience. But if you're not plugged into the system, then guess what? You can't expect to make the real money in this business. And so guess what? Every Monday, this is where we all come together. Even the top income earners set this time aside on a weekly basis to come back and sharpen their skills, be refreshed, but more importantly, lead by example so their team can show up with them. Now, you know, train, we say MMM, which is meetings make money, right? Because a lot of people, I'm gonna share this with you in a second so you really understand how important it is to plug into this. This should make it very clear of how significant this decision is to be plugged in consistently, not just into this training, but in your local events, your Super Saturdays, if you have one within driving distance, and of course the national convention. So MMM, write this down. Meetings make money, right? Meaning presentations, getting the presentation in front of people, whether it's a one-on-one, 201, or group presentations, PBRs, home meetings, Zooms, right? MMM, meetings make money, but write this down. TTT, trainings take you to the top. So be very careful of choosing a meeting over a training. You know, this is the point that I wanted to emphasize. If I personally had the opportunity to sit down with Barack Obama, he was an interested prospect in my business, I would not take it during 6 p.m. Pacific time on Monday night. Does that make sense? Why? Because one, I'm teaching my team, my existing team, the wrong habits, and whatever you do duplicates. Two, I'm teaching him, because when he gets started and then next week I say, hey, at 6 o'clock we got training, you want to be on, then he's going to think back, wait, we did our appointment during last week at 6 o'clock. So I just taught him the wrong habit from day one, and that's going to duplicate. That makes sense? And you miss one meeting or one training, your team will miss 10. You become the excuse for your team. So this is super important. Be very careful of stepping over dollars to collect pennies, okay? So I just want to make sure you all understand that. And again, this doesn't just apply to this. This is even more so important for your local events. That's why I'm already dressed, ready to go. I got my local a weekly overview on Mondays right after this. So a lot of you know that. So other than that, a couple of announcements. Again, we have convention right around the corner, but guess what? We have people still getting registered today. There's people, 1 second. There are people who haven't even enrolled in FES yet that will still be at convention. So time is definitely not the issue. It's the first thing we have to make sure we understand is the importance of it. You know, why is it necessary? That's a very good question. If you're wondering, like, you know, I don't really need motivation, right? Okay, let's talk about that because that I see some people. If you're not muted out, can you make sure, double check, make sure you're muted out, please? Let's see, you do it this way. Boom, that should work. All right, so if you think it's about motivation, it's not. It's about sharpening your skills. Do you know if you invested in a McDonald's franchise, which is a minimum of $2 million on average, you have to leave from your local area and go to Hamburger University, right? McDonald's University, to get trained by the best of the best, the people who have already mastered the system. You have to leave to go to convention, even with a $2 million investment. The only difference between this business And McDonald's is that the investment's only $288. And so we don't understand the commitment level. Sometimes we think our commitment level should be a $288 commitment level. Does this make sense? And the truth is your money investment is low, but what has to be high is your commitment level and what we call your sweat equity, the amount of work you put in. So in McDonald's, you got to invest $2 million worth of cash or be liquid $2 million and so forth. But in this business, you got to put a $2 million commitment if you want that kind of return. That makes sense? And so if everybody that's made it to the top and stayed there all say that it came through what they learned at the convention, would you agree that it just makes sense for you to just do what they did so you can get what they have? Some people say, well, you know what? I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to be the first person to make it to the top and stay there without the convention. Listen, why try to be first at something when you could just be next, right? Just get in line with the people who've already proven it's a 15-year track record. But more importantly, these principles and the importance of convention has been proven across the profession of network marketing, right? All the top income earners, not just in our company, but across the profession, all say the same thing. And so we just want to get you there. It's worth it. We know it's a sacrifice. The top 3 things I keep hearing of why it's a challenge to get to the convention is, man, the time off work, not sure if I can do it, the money, and I got kids. But what's funny is the people who make it to the top, they built their business because they were motivated to get more time and get free from their work, to get more money so they don't have to worry about not being able to do what they want, and to have more time with their kids. So the same things that are challenges are really tests to see if you really want to become successful in this business, guys. So I understand it. I completely understand it. I have a family. I have another business. I have to schedule this around my life every single time as well. I get it. But you have to understand it's a flip. It's a flip. You got to look at the other side of the coin. Your reasons or excuses why you think you shouldn't go is exactly your motivation of why we need you to get there. Okay. All right, I'm done. So with that said, listen, we got a lineup for you guys. I want to get right into starting with a testimonial of somebody who's, you know, just really crushing it in the business, but also a huge part of her success. And the reason she's, you know, having so much success in the business is because of her belief in the services and what we provide. And when you hear her story from both ends, you'll understand exactly why. So we want to always kick it off with a testimonial on a weekly basis. Collect the stories because, you know, the more stories we have, the less room for excuses we have. You know, somebody says, you know, man, I'm a DJ. That business, I can't become successful in that business. You can say, hey, man, this is a dude named Billy Scott. He's a DJ. He's still active. He does over 100 events a year, but he's also a vice president and 6-figure income earner. What's your, right? So the more excuses we have, the more stories we have, the less room for excuses there are. So when we feature these testimonies, collect them, you know, collect the name, the story, the state. You can say, hey, this individual from this state or this individual, you know, right? And it builds up your ammunition as you go out there in the field and to help people overcome whatever their fears or obstacles are. And so with that said, we want to start off by bringing on recently promoted regional sales director, Nicky Woodburn. Are you on with us? Sorry, let me make sure we have her on we have her. There she is. All right, 1 second. We'll get you unmuted. All right, can you hear us?
Yes, Billy, can you hear me?
We sure can, loud and clear. Thank you for coming on and just sharing a little bit of your journey. First, can you start with your background and then you can share what your experience has been all the way up into this point, and I'll let you take it from here. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. I first want to bring it back to you, Billy, and thank you because ever since I started with this company, you have always been that person that has hosted these meetings for us, and you're continuing to do so even though you have other things going on. You're taking time away from your family and doing this for us. So I want to thank you for facilitating this meeting for us. I also want to thank my mentor, Miss Alyssa Barnes. When she told me that I was going to be presenting my testimony, I was like, oh, what? Yes, I can't wait to tell you guys my story because I was so excited when I found out that I had 25 items removed from my credit report. I actually thought it was 25, guys, but it was actually 29. And how did I find that it was 29? I counted 25. I was on the phone with Vice President Natalia Hall and soon-to-be sales director Dante. And I was telling them, hey, guys, I got back my credit report, but I don't see anything removed. And then I got to the page where it says deleted, 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 deleted. And I'm counting 25, but it wasn't until I was sharing my story with a webinar that Alyssa was having that she counted 29 items. Guys, I was shocked. I was elated. I was happy. I was everything. I couldn't believe it because, guys, remember, I started the business a year ago and I hardly saw any results. Or should I say, I only saw 130 points removed, added to my credit score. But I didn't see as much deletions as I was seeing with my clients or with other people, right? But I stuck with it. I stuck with the whole program and I kept the patience just like I was telling my clients to do. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys. Stick with the program. Do not give up. Don't worry about somebody else's story. A glory right now. Just write your story. And that's what I did. So I am so excited to share that I had 29 items removed from my credit report. And it was because I was patient and I kept working my business. Now, as far as becoming a regional sales director, that's a whole nother story. That happened in December, and then January 3rd, I got my credit report back with 29 items removed. And it was all about not giving up. You cannot come into this business and expect to see overnight success. It just does not happen. Billy mentioned that McDonald's costs $2 million to get in, and we are only 288. Let me tell you something. Sometimes we as leaders wish that you guys paid more money to get in because maybe you would take it seriously. And he's right. If you miss a meeting or if you miss any kind of webinars, guess what? Your team is going to follow suit and they're going to miss 10 or more. I went to GoPro. I got a text from Miss Alyssa Barnes that said, you're going to GoPro XYZ date, put it on your calendar. I said, yes, ma'am. I went to GoPro in December and I hit regional sales director in December. Sticking with the system, staying plugged in, have a purpose, know where you're going, be consistent, have a routine. All of these cliches that your leaders are telling you, this is what you need to continue to do. I don't know how much more I can say it. Thank you, Billy, for having me on. Thank you, Alyssa, for putting me up. Thank you guys for allowing me to share my story. 29 items did not come overnight. RSD did not come overnight. Thank you for my team for sticking with me. Thank you for all of the leadership that everything mentorship that I'm getting from Alyssa Barnes. I truly, truly appreciate what you've poured into me. That is my story, guys. I am in Atlanta, Georgia, if you guys want to share this story.
My goodness. Oh, hold on 1 second. So, first of all, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can people look forward to seeing you in Las Vegas?
Absolutely. What's convention? You crazy? No. And last year, I took 2 people with me. And Alfred and Alyssa kept saying, you got 2 people, you're going to double it. Listen, I quadrupled it because I think I have 8 or 10 people coming with me this year. Anybody on this line right now, I don't care if you got to sign somebody up on the side of the street. Tell them you're signing up. Here's your new business. Oh, and by the way, we going to Vegas, baby.
Woo! Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. But more importantly, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your energy. Shout out to your support team. Shout out to Atlanta, Georgia, whole market as well. But let me just pull from that story a couple of things. The first thing is her energy. You know, I talked recently about the bar, raising the bar. So as you build your business, you want to, over time, systematically build your belief. You build your belief by using the services, right? You're helping your clients get results, going to events, getting results in your business. And every time you have success in one of these areas, you increase your belief. So the word bar, B-A-R, the B stands for belief. And when you increase your belief, then you increase your activity, which is the A. And when you increase your activity, you increase your results. And guess what? When you increase your results, guess what happens? Your belief goes even higher. Can you tell that her belief is high? She had a ton of what we call enthusiasm, right? Enthusiasm is the most contagious emotion there is. And it helps you when building our business because, again, the definition of a sale is a transfer of belief, right? And you can't transfer a belief that you don't have. And so when you look at enthusiasm, the last 4 letters of the word is IASM, is I am sold myself. So if you're not exercising on all the benefits of your protection plan membership, right? Or if you have the protection plan plus, right? If you're not exercising all of your benefits, you can't expect or complain about certain results not being achieved in your business. Like all of them. Like all of them, not just your favorite ones, not just the main 2 or 3 that you talk about in your, like all of them, right? Because what's important to you might not be most important to the person you're in front of. This makes sense? So it's like when DJing, I can't play what I want to hear all night at somebody else's wedding. This makes sense? I got to find out what their needs are, what their vibe is, and then focus on delivering in alignment with that. That makes sense? I don't know how I always find a way to make DJ a part of my training, but I just did. All right, so let's continue on. Thank you so much for getting us kicked off with all of that incredible energy. We look forward to seeing you in Vegas in 2.5 weeks. So here's what I want to do at this point now is get into the actual training segments. We got 2 trainers lined up for you guys tonight. They're ready to, again, help you. This is the beginning. This is yesterday, kicked off week 2 of this volume month. I am a DJ. I am. So what happens is, you know, we have every week, right? It goes from Sunday to Saturday. That's also our pay periods. Saturday night at midnight Pacific time, 3 a.m. Sunday morning, if you're on Eastern time, that closes the weekly pay period, right? And we have 4 of those weeks in a 4-week volume month. Now, this volume month is going all the way until February the 15th, which is the Saturday of convention. So you want to hit all your goals by at least, you know, by that Wednesday, like before we walk into convention, because whatever rank you achieve before we go there is the rank you'll be recognized at when we get to convention. Don't you want to walk in at a new promotion, right? If you're a field trainer, you should be going at least senior field trainer. Some of you are looking to go to sales director, right? And then if you're a sales director, you should be going regional, ESD. Look at right now, every week, you want to do at least what we call plan, do, review. So you want to review on a weekly basis, and you should do it with your workout partner, right? Whoever's helping you with accountability, your support team, and look at what adjustments you might need to make or what's working that you need to keep doing more of. Whenever you're doing this review, never, ever beat yourself up. Never ask yourself, how did I screw up last week? That's not empowering, not an empowering question to ask yourself. A better way to ask that question is, hey, what do I need to do differently? You know, what adjustments do I need to make? What didn't go well? And assess those things and make the necessary adjustments on a weekly basis. Most people aren't reviewing anything. They're just running with their head down, make no adjustments, and then they're wasting time and they're just treading water, okay? And so tonight we have 2 trainers that are gonna assist you as we go into the rest of week 2. And so what I wanna do at this point, I wanna bring on someone. We had a chance to hear from her before she shared her story. She was a testimonial that inspired a lot of people, but now tonight we get to hear her train. And so I want to go ahead and bring on our first trainer tonight, executive sales director. That means your business is doing anywhere from $50,000 to $99,000 a month in sales volume. You know, that means a $600,000 plus per year business, guys. And she's achieved that already, and she's on tonight to help you sharpen your skills, get to the next level. She's well on her way to vice president. And help me welcome on our first trainer, Vigie Quinones. There we go. All right. Let's make sure I pronounce it right. Are you on with us?
Yes, I can hear you.
There it is. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming on. You have great energy as well. I know everybody remembers, but tonight I'm going to pass it to you to kick us off for training. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited, guys. I'm super blessed. It's an honor to actually be on tonight's Millionaire Mindset training with a lot of amazing leaders, right? So number one, I want to give it to Billy Scott because he's always on Monday nights, constantly pouring into each and every one of us, guys. And that alone is a huge blessing. Okay, and then of course, I do want to give it up as well. Huge shout out to Mr. Alfred Nixon for paving the way and educating each and every one of us, because if he would have never introduced this amazing platform to all of our top leaders, we would not be here today experiencing that financial stability and time freedom, right? And then of course, lastly, I want to give a huge shout out to my mentor, my leader, Mr. Xavier Marrero. I'm representing the Tampa Bay area, Team Relentless, so I'm super excited. He's always leading from the back. He's constantly coaching me, educating me, and guiding me. I don't know where I would be today if it wasn't because of his servant heart. He's always pushing me to become a better individual, guys. Not only that, he's provided an amazing family foundation, an amazing, exceptional culture, showing us unity and always showing us to provide passion into everything that we do, guys, because what we do for a living is change lives. Okay, guys? So of course, for a lot of you guys, again, who don't know me, my name is Vigie Quinones. I'm only 26 years old. So again, I'm super excited to actually train with you guys today. And I'm gonna show you guys how you guys can actually close more client deals, right? Because who doesn't wanna close more deals, right? So if you wanna start closing more deals than you did yesterday, I wanna see as many ones on the chat, guys. Give me as many ones as possible. I wanna see who wants to get mad enrollments this year, because they definitely wanna hit the R&R. Wow, I'm seeing a lot of ones. I love it, right? And of course, so like I said, today is going to be the day that you are going to fire your upline. Now, you're not going to fire your upline in a negative way. What you're going to do is you're actually going to step up to the plate and you're going to start closing your own deals, right? So how many agents actually want to start closing their own deals? How many leaders would like to be on less calls and focus on creating more leaders, right? How many agents actually want to create a duplicatable system for the average person that really isn't duplicatable, right? Because we can keep bringing in agents all day, every day, and you can always be the top producing agent in your organization. But if you cannot create a duplicatable system, how can your team grow with you to the top, right? So not only that, how many agents would like to feel 100% comfortable doing their own calls when it comes to product knowledge and doing a game day or even a power of credit overview, right? So of course, if you're that individual that you're taking client calls and you're on that line for 30 to 45 minutes, guess what? Today, I'm going to show you how you can close your deals in less than 7 to 10 minutes. If you're on a call for 30 to 45 minutes, you're convincing people. Understand that you're not the person who fixes the credit. The company does all the credit. Okay, guys? And understand that you cannot use, oh, well, I haven't seen results, so I don't know if I can close the deals. That's an excuse, because today I'm going to show you that as long as you know product knowledge, you can put money in your household every single week and change lives drastically, because everything is understanding the product knowledge. Product knowledge is everything. Understand that credit is just one out of the 12 services that our company offers. How many of you guys have really sat down and understood what services you're providing? Because if you really understood that we have 11 other powerful services, you would be making a lot of money every single day. So today I'm going to show you how you can stop limiting your business, okay? So what I want to do is I want to do a role play, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I'm closing my clients in less than 7 to 10 minutes, okay? So bear with me one moment. Billy Scott, if you're still there, I want to go ahead and role play with you. I want you to be my client and I'm going to be the agent. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this UCES protection plan. All right. So I'm going to just call you. I'm going to pretend like I'm calling you. All right. So it's going to be like ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, is this Billy?
This is.
Hi, Billy. My name is Vigie Quinones. You actually inquired about credit repair. We were scheduled to speak at 9. Is it still a good time to speak?
Oh, yeah. I'm free right now.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So of course, before we get started, what I want to do is I want to get to know a little bit about you and your goals. So are you trying to buy a house, a car, use it for business investments? What's your goal with your credit this year?
Yeah, definitely a car. Soon, like this year, a car. I want to get my interest rates down on my credit cards. Eventually, I want to get in a home, but that won't be until maybe a year or two later. So, yeah, can you guys help with that?
Definitely, definitely. So tell me a little bit about what's currently affecting your credit, some of those negative items that might be stopping you from achieving future credit.
Well, a lot of it's just I got old accounts that are closed. I got some late payments on some credit cards. Um, my balances are pretty high, so I know I need to get those down as well. But as far as closed accounts, I think I got like maybe 4 or 5 of those. So that's about it.
Okay, okay. Awesome. Well, we can definitely assist you. Now, I'm a very visual person. So let me ask you, do you currently have access to the internet on your cell phone while we're speaking?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So I need you to pull up your browser for
Okay.
me and just let me know when you're ready.
All right. Okay, I'm on.
So what I need you to do is I need you to type in ucespp.net. And let
Okay.
me know there.
Okay, perfect.
Now I need you to go to the upper right-hand corner and I need you to click on what's included, and that's going to direct you to another page.
Okay. I see it right here.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay.
So as you see, the screen that you should see in front of you is actually going to be your client portal, because when we enroll you as a client, you're going to be provided your own username and password, which will be your email and the last 4 of your social. Now, of course, our company is very transparent. And again, I'm a very visual person. So I want to show you what services you're going to be receiving throughout this program. So number one, our company is going to provide you a budgeting system. Why? Because a lot of the times when you experience financial or negative impacts on your credit, it's because of how you manage your finances, right? A lot of the times we work a 9-to-5 job. Sometimes we might even live paycheck to paycheck, but it's not that we're living paycheck to paycheck. We're just not aware of where our money is going, correct?
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
I
So
can use help with budgeting. I didn't know you guys help with that.
yes, of course, because remember, the impacts that you experience on your credit begins with how you manage your finances. The goal at the end of the day is to show you how you can enjoy your money, save your money, and pay off your debt sooner than later. Now, of course, with our company, we do give you the credit restoration. That is our flagship service. Our company has been in business for more than 15 years, and we have over a 95% success rate. So what our company is actually going to do is dispute all of the negative items through all 3 credit bureaus at the same exact time, allowing you to start seeing results as early as 30 to 90 days and in less than 4 to 6 months, right? Now, a lot of the times people ask me, well, Vigie, what separates you from other companies? Well, number one, we're not only disputing 1 or 2 negative items at a time through 1 bureau at a time. No, our goal is to have you see faster results so that you can graduate from the program in the next 4 to 6 months, allowing you to save more money, enjoy your money, and of course, restore and maximize those major financial opportunities, okay?
Nice. Okay.
Now, of course, we also give you credit builder resources, because what sense does it make for you to restore your credit if you don't know how to maintain it and continue to build it? So we want to provide you all of that background education so that once we do get you to that credit score, you can actually maintain it. We don't want you to keep coming to us, right? We want you to educate your children so they don't make the same mistakes that you made today.
That's actually really cool. My kids are pretty young, but I mean, I get it. I don't know how young you guys help kids learn this stuff, but
Well, we start at a pretty young age, so I'll definitely share some more valuable information in reference to our youth financial literacy program. Now, of course, with some of the major negative items that you have on your credit report, we do provide you a credit attorney. Now, the great thing about our credit attorney service is that instead of you paying $250 an hour, we're going to give you this service for free when you become our client. Why? Because what our credit experts can't do, our legal team can. And what they're going to do is they're going to request those legal contracts and leverage your rights through the Fair Credit Reporting Act so that you're able to see those major credit increases as well. Okay. And then, of course, we're going to give you a credit monitoring app that's going to allow you to monitor your credit report 24 hours, 7 days a week with unlimited updates. We're going to give you an auto score, insurance score, a credit score, and even a hiring risk index, right? Because a lot of the times you don't even know that an employer does have the right to pull your credit report for a promotional position, right?
That actually happened to me before. I actually didn't get the job at the bank because of my credit too. So that actually happened to me.
See, so now I'm going to actually give you the tools that you need to be 5 steps ahead of the game.
That's cool. 5 steps. I like that.
Right? Of course, of course. We're also going to give you a debt payoff system to give you the exact payment guide that you need to eliminate any unnecessary interest payments. Now, of course, what I would like you to do at the beginning is let us do the work. Now, if we see that there's certain negative items that we're not able to remove, you'll use our debt payoff system in combination with our credit repair to help you to lower those unnecessary interest payments.
Wow.
Our company is also going to give you up to $1 million of identity theft and credit fraud protection because identity theft happens every 2 seconds around the US. I had a client that was a victim of credit fraud during her closing process. Remember, if your goal is to buy that car or even to buy a house, it's very important that you protect your credit because your credit is not just for you, it's also for your family, okay? Now, of course, we do have life insurance benefits as well, which I can tell you about later on. We do provide you a financial lockbox to store all of your financial documents, a net worth system to help you to understand how many assets and liabilities you actually have in your home. And we give you a savings goal system because let's say that your goal is to buy a house and you actually have to come with $10,000 down to the table. We will actually help you to achieve those multiple goals, and our company is going to send you text message reminders to help you accountable to your goals in 2020. Our company is also going to provide you a will and a trust because if your goal is to invest into your credit, understand that those major credit purchases that you're going to acquire in the future required for you to protect them so that your family can inherit them, not the state. This alone can cost you anywhere between $500 to $1,500, and you actually get this for free when you become our client. And I know you stated that you have children. We do have an amazing youth financial literacy foundation. So we do start educating children between the ages of 2 to 3 years old and 16 and over. So it doesn't matter how many children you have in your home. Our company is actually going to go ahead and set it up and customize it depending on their self-development stage. So it doesn't matter whether you have a 2-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 9-year-old, everybody will learn based off of their self-development stage, and you get this all inclusive in your amazing protection plan. Okay?
Wow. So you telling me all of this is included?
Yes, so you're going to get all of these 12 services for a very, very affordable cost. You're investing less than $3 a day into your credit. That's $89 a month. That's an amazing investment, and a one-time setup fee of $99 because as you see, this protection plan portal that you're going to be accessing your services through is going to be customized to your personal confidential credit information.
That was dope. Yeah, that sounds great.
So of course, if you are ready to get started, it's just going to be $188. When are you ready?
Like right now?
Yes.
Let's make it happen.
Awesome. Your name, your last name, and I just dive into it. Guys, if you looked on the clock, it took me less than 10 minutes, literally probably less than 8 minutes to provide you an overwhelming mass of information, guys. Value. I didn't overwhelm you. I provided you value. Did I give you any of my personal testimony? How the company helped me? No. Nope. So for a lot of agents who are using but I have to see results in order for me to provide value and enroll clients, that is an excuse. If you know your product, you will close deals all day, every day. Understand your product, and I guarantee you that you will start closing deals in less than 7 to 10 minutes. You do not fix the credit. I do not fix the credit. Understand that corporate takes care of all of that. Get yourself out of the way. Discover the person's goals. Discover what they want. Provide them value. Close them. If they're ready to enroll them, and on to the next. I'm telling you guys, follow this system. I literally do this in 15-minute increments. And that's why I'm able to close so many deals and provide so much value, but also understand that your tone is everything. You cannot close the deal saying, hello? Well, you know, we also provide you a will and a trust. And no, understand that you have to have a tone, smile when you speak, have belief when you speak, because understand that they're going to feel it. They're going to feel that energy in return. And when the person buys into a product, they buy into you. They buy into what you're believing in and what you're actually providing, right? So guys, there's no excuse. This is not hard. I need each and every one of you guys to go on to ucespp.net, not the / with your information. No, you don't. As you guys saw, when I provided him this website, it wasn't the one that had my name. It didn't say Vigie Quinones. Like if I go back, this is Xavier's, but if I actually go back and I go to ucespp.net, it doesn't go over pricing. So if they want to enroll, guess who they have to contact? They have to contact me directly. I can say it costs you $499 to get started today, and it's $89 a month, and I'm actually going to do a promotion, so it's only going to be a one-time setup fee of $99 and $89 a month. And they're going to buy it because I provided a mass amount of value. I'm telling you guys, just use this ucespp.net, because I guarantee you that they will have to contact you to get enrolled. Literally, go through the whole website. You can't get enrolled. Click on what's included while you're at home today and write down 3 things that you like most about each and every service. Literally, write it down, type it up, print it out. I literally put it in my purse so that, guess what? While I'm on the road, if I'm on the phone, I just got to take out the paper and say, oh, budgeting? Okay, perfect. So as you see, the goal is to help you to track your income and provide you a personalized budget, so that I'm just reading through it and providing them value. If I do this over and over and over again, guess what? When I'm doing power credit overviews, I'm killing the product portion because I'm providing value. If I'm doing a webinar I'm killing the product portion because I know my product. You want that $100 commission? Go to what's included, write the 3 things that stand out most for each and every service, type it up, and carry that with you. I'm telling you guys. See you guys at the top.
Damn. She want to drop the mic on that one? Yo, she killed that. I'm like, man, I'm seeing the comments the whole time. I was trying to stay in actor mode, and y'all was like, I was reading y'all comments at the same time. That was not scripted. That was just pure us role playing, having fun. But no, that was one of the best training segments on how to present the membership that I've seen. And guess what? Spaced repetition is the mother of all learning. So this has been recorded. I will study this over and over. And she already emphasized what I was going to say. Don't just study the words and the presentation and the information, but also the tonality, right? The posture, the confidence, the energy, enthusiasm. So the attitude, if I summed it up in one word, you got to have a little attitude. Some of us, a little soft with these prospects, and you're not transferring the belief to them. And so it's not that they don't have the money, can't get the money, don't need the service, is that they don't believe you. So that was very, very powerful. Thank you so much for doing that. And man, let's go ahead and move into our last trainer of the evening this week, so we can continue. We'll get this training out. How do you get the recording? We'll be sending it out through all the leadership after it all loads tonight. So, all right. So now we have regional vice president. This gentleman is, man, he's somebody who really understands his business. He actually has a ton of experience before he came in here. So he's a very talented leader, but more importantly, he understands his business in a way that can help you. If you just follow the steps, he understands his business in a way that can get you to some of the top levels. I mean, a regional vice president, if you don't understand that, that means your business is doing a minimum of $250,000 a month, all the way to $499,000 a month in business. So we're talking over $3 million business per year from that same 288 investment that we all invested to get started. So to be able to do that, you got to really understand that you understand this business at a very significant level. And so I want you to take notes on this gentleman's training. Continue to take notes. I hope you got a lot of notes already. You should have a couple of pages. But continue to take the notes, and again, you got to understand that this is January of 2020. We're still not out. I know time is flying, especially if you're over 30. Like when you get over 30, like time just speeds, it doubles. I don't know, but time flies. But we're still in January, so we do still have, whether you've gotten the start that you wanted in 2020, or if you haven't started exactly how you wanted to, you still have the rest of the year to make these adjustments and execute whatever your vision is for 2020. And I personally believe this is a gentleman who can share some training tips to help you set up your plan for you to be able to do that. And so help me welcome on Regional Vice President, six-figure income earner, Mr. David Marquez. Are you on with us?
Yes, I am. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? First, I want to give it back to you, Billy. Obviously, I know you know the industry, and you're a DJ just like me, right? I started a DJ for over 12 years. So everybody take notes. I know it's not on Eric Worre's memory jogger, but look in your contacts for DJs, right? Obviously, we're doing something here. So I want to give it back to you, Billy, obviously for holding this down every single week, all the knowledge and training that you bring out and pour into others, even people not in your organization. I think people forget that. We just love to give back and pay it forward. So thank you. Also want to give it back to my mentor, the guy that brought me in, Mr. Executive Vice President, Xavier Marrero. Thank you. Thank you. And definitely want to give it back to Alfred Nixon for his leadership and doing, exactly what he did by pouring into us and showing us creating leaders. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do today. I'm going to get myself out the picture. I really just want to talk to you guys about how I had success in this. I was a student of network marketing. I knew it was an industry that was really related to, my personal faith, and that's by being a servant leader. And that's pretty much how I started. My first original 5 in this company were all agents, and they're still with us today because we all have the same mindset to help others get what they want. And by default, we all get what we want. So I just want to start off by saying, let's protect this house, right? When I mean by protect this house, I don't mean, your organization or even FES, but network marketing as a whole. There's a lot of people that have been burnt in network marketing, and, whether it was cross recruiting, promoting, getting other people, a lot of people left this industry and went back to corporate America because the unethical practices that are not really outlined in stone here, but it's pretty much, general rule of thumb, just treating others how you want to be treated. And I'll tell you this story, before I start, but I remember I had somebody reach out to me and tell me that somebody cross-recruited their prospect. Now, I know no one on here has ever been through that, right? On here, I know I have multiple times, and I'm sure there's a lot of people on here. But what I told them is, you got to look at it and operate with integrity. A lot of the people, I had somebody that went out to me and told me, when I heard that they heard it from somebody else, I told them, you should go to that person. And because I was operating with integrity, they said, I wouldn't sign up at all, but because of your mentorship and leadership and the way you handled it, I would like to sign up with you. So at that point, we don't claim ownership of nobody, and that's one of the things I love about this. You are your own boss and you get to choose who you want to work with. So the first thing I want to say is leadership comes, from the back, not the front. And, anybody that wants to be a leader, and we're all leaders, it's not the title, right? It's what we become from the title. And so leadership comes from the back. And a good example of that would be Jesus, right? I know this, it doesn't matter what your faith or religion is. I practice from my mentor, and basically I was taught this. If you look in John, you want to write this down, John 13:3, Jesus knew he was given dominion over all, right? He was given, any ruler or king that's given dominion over a territory, the first thing they want to do is, rule, right? Get everything that they want. But if you look at the very next verse in John 13:3, Jesus comes on and he's basically stands up, right, after the dinner, wraps a towel around him, gets a bowl full of water and washes his disciples' feet, right? what leader that's given dominion over all thinks like that, right? A servant leader. And now think about the people that he actually washed their feet. You had Judas, who he knew was going to betray him. Even though he knew he was going to betray
about
him,
getting your credit repaired.
he still went ahead. And if you guys can mute your lines, that'll be great. I just want to get this off my chest. Because if even Peter rejected him 3 times, and he still washed his feet. And so if you think about that, you know, that's why he had the most followers. See, he didn't need a presentation. His code of ethics and character made that. You know, basically that's what they wanted to follow, and that's what we follow to this day. So leadership comes from the back, not the front. And just know if you want to become a leader, you got to sign up, right? You're signing up for trouble. What does that mean? Well, sales directors, you want to be a sales director, you're going to get paid more. In corporate America, you got the employees and then you got managers. The managers are basically getting paid more than the employees. And then you got the regional district managers that are getting paid more than that. Why? We're getting paid for conflict. We're getting paid to handle more conflict. So that's why I said, if you're signing up to be a leader, just know you're signing up for trouble, right? And then it's same thing in corporate America, like I said. In fact, Luke, I think it was Luke 12. Luke 12, I got notes here, but I wanted to say it was important. To him who much is given, much is required, right? So it was written, and that's pretty much what I signed up for, knowing that. So what does that mean? We're going to handle conflict a lot. And even leaders, you know, when we handle conflict, just like that situation, you're going to have to know what to do and operate with integrity. You see, that's why people want to be around people that operate with integrity. You know, Jim Rohn said this: leadership in the workplace, it can be changed. But at the home, see, we're all leaders. You may be a leader in your family, in your household, you know, a leader of yourself. Sometimes we make poor decisions, but you know, at home, the kids will forgive you for stepping on a toy, doing something crazy, but they won't forgive you easily for dishonesty, right? They grow up. And that's the best thing we can instill in our children is honesty and how to operate with integrity. Because let's be real, let's write this down if you're taking notes. Right, nobody trusts a dishonest person, okay? It's true, nobody does. They don't trust them. And values will protect you, right? You also want to you will not violate, right, any of your standards. The most important thing you're going to learn, I think this is the most important thing in life because it protects your future. It protects your family. I mean, integrity, the word itself is Latin, right? Inter means to join together, right? Integer, right? In math, they say that is whole numbers, right? A whole number, meaning you're one. You're not divided. You're not, you know, you don't say one thing and do another. That's one of the things that a lot of people do. And so if you're just real and transparent, people see that. People will follow those that they feel they trust, love, and know. Then you take the word integrate, right? To integrate, what does that mean? To become one. So you have all of these words. Then integrity. Integrity, if you look up the definition, it says the state of being whole. Not being everywhere, not saying one thing and doing another. So I say it's important because, one, you'll have people, you'll grow an organization, you're operating with integrity. People want to be with people like that. And again, it's been, you know, every new level brings a new devil. We hear it all over and over again. And so I deal with struggles. I'm already knowing I'm gonna deal with conflict. And it's okay because if you turn that down, let's say you're a field trainer or a sales director and you lost a field trainer or you can't get them, they went inactive. And you're like, I don't want to deal with this no more because this is stressful. Just know when you turn that down, you're basically turning down the opportunity for growth, the opportunity to move forward. Because we said it, right? Conflict, you get the people that have the most conflict get paid more. So I wanted to share that because I know a lot of people struggle in this business. And again, when you have conflict with people inside your organization, outside your organization, you got to remember that we're not just FES. This is the entire industry as a whole. And this industry has changed my life completely. I've met some of the greatest people. I'm talking about people that are family now, more family than blood family. And it's all because we have the same mindset. We wish to help other people. And I mean, obviously, if everyone, you know, you want to keep it whole, you know, let me see you guys throw some ones in there. Obviously, that's what it is. I'm just blessed, and I want to thank God. I should have did this first. I always do, but I was kind of nervous jumping on here. This is the first time I get to be in front of so many beautiful people. But I want to thank God first for giving me the opportunity to share, you know, my success and what helped me, so that hopefully everyone on here can benefit and start helping more people and being productive and grow this organization, grow this company, and grow the industry. So Billy, Scott, thank you so much for everything, brother. God bless you guys, and that's my time.
Wow. My goodness, that was tough. Mr. Marquez, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for just being an incredible example. And he's right. If I could just sum up and wrap up our training with this in conjunction with what he just covered, everything, every single thing that involves people in this world rises and falls on leadership. Everything. Your household is going to be determined by how strong of a leader you become. You know, your position at work, your business, the church or religious organization you're a part of is going to be based on the quality of leadership. Our country is going to be determined by the quality of leadership. The world is going to be, the sports organization is, they fire the coach first when the team is performing bad before a player, because everything rises and falls on leadership. And so if, you know, I told my daughter the other day, I'm one of the coaches for her basketball team. And here's the deal. We were, first of all, rest in peace, Kobe. We can't end tonight without addressing that. And it's not that I forgot. I've just been trying to put that in a separate compartment. Kobe Bryant is one of the top 3 people that has inspired me in my life. And next to, you know, Michael Jordan and Jim Rohn. So anyways, so I help coach my daughter's basketball team, and what happens is she's sharpening her skills. She's getting stronger. You know, a couple years ago when she played, she's 7 years old, and when she started playing a couple years ago, she wasn't strong enough to push the ball up high enough to reach a regular rim, 10-foot rim. But now she's strong enough and she can make the shot. Because why? Because she's been working on her strength. And you know, just getting stronger and growing as a kid. But as soon as she wanted to continue shooting, but I gave the ball to other kids to have their turn, she ran off, and I didn't notice, and she ran off to her mom, and I thought she just ran off to go see her mom, but she came back and she was crying. Why? Because she wanted to shoot the ball again. So the conversation I had with her later, of course not in front of the other people, was, hey, you see how much stronger you're getting? And you're able to throw, you know, shoot the ball higher, and you're making shots and real shots and, you know, so forth. She's like, yeah, I'm happy. I said, great. So here's the next thing we need to work on. We need to work on helping you get just as strong on the inside as you're getting stronger on the outside. Because to get in sports or in basketball, to only work on your skills on the outside, but not on the inside, your mental toughness, you won't be able to get the job done. And that applies to us as adults in this profession. We cannot just think we're going to get on these trainings and learn how to do a 3-way call, learn how to do a presentation and so forth, without putting just as much effort in making sure that our inside, you know, internally, our mindset and our skill sets are connected in alignment as one. And so thank you so much. I think both of you guys training, Vigie and David, it was a complete training, and appreciate you guys coming on to really set people up for success going into the convention. Let's take this information and run. The one thing to never do is go into a convention with no momentum and no activity. You want to create much success, activity, and momentum before convention, So then all the excitement and energy, the announcements, everything from convention pours fuel on that fire. So we'll see everybody in Las Vegas. We'll see everybody on here next week. Get to Las Vegas, get with your support team on your plan, problem solving, and we'll see everybody over the top. God bless. Take charge. Have a good one.